What happened next was Henry referred to the Japan Agreement. That was in 1987 and was presented to the House and Senate in 1988. That went much further than the Swedish and Norwegian agreements. The Japan Agreement basically said the United States was approving fuel cycle activities in Japan for the life of the agreement, even in facilities that had not yet been built. It was an undefined program, contrary to the Reagan policy of 1982. There was no control whatsoever as a practical matter over where and how fissile materials would be reprocessed in Japan. This was a highly controversial agreement, and there was a long debate, particularly in the Senate in March of 1988, about the Japan Agreement. It's worthwhile going back and reading that debate. It's in the congressional record. It's very instructive, and among other things, it includes the report by the General Accounting Office, which calls into question the legality of these arrangements, and sets forth in great detail the arguments of the proponents as well as the proponents of this agreement. One of the things, and I want to underscore this particularly, that the administration did with the timely warning criteria, which is the guts of the determination about whether this arrangement is going to be inimical to the common defense and security or result in a significant increase in the risk of proliferation, is that the administration said, well, timely warning, we know some people think this is a technical issue, and by the way, when the act was passed, most of us thought it was basically a technical determination regarding safeguards effectiveness that was going to be involved when timely warning determinations were made. Not so, said the administration. What the administration said in presenting the Japan Agreement was that the following factors all could be taken into account in assessing timely warning. Japan's research, development, and production programs and capabilities, Japan's industrial capabilities, Japan's scientific and technical capabilities, the availability of special nuclear material in Japan, and indicators of diversion-relevant activities. Basically, the whole ball of wax. Economic, social, political factors could be taken into account. And then the administration said, basically, well, trust us. We can make these determinations related to generic factors, political factors, 30 years into the future, without regard to technical effectiveness of safeguards. And sadly, from my perspective, Congress went along. And there was a vote taken in the Senate on March 21st, 1988, that on a resolution of disapproval related to the Japan Agreement, and the vote was 53 senators against the resolution of disapproval, 30 senators for the resolution of disapproval. So the agreement was approved. And that established, to my mind, what is the central precedent that we're operating with today. Basically, the timely warning means the whole ball of wax, and it's perfectly permissible for the United States to authorize our trading partners to engage in fuel cycle activities over the term of an agreement for nuclear cooperation, that is 30 years.